If that's what you could call us right now.
Woo, I believe in us, Cleo. Okay, let's see.
Despite all evidence to the contrary, me too.
Okay, so I still have to, until we go live, I can't actually pull up your footage because you're...
Well, yeah.
Yeah, so I'm still, like, doing my little tweaks and stuff.
But also good to see people who are already in chat waiting. Like... We appreciate you.
Yay, welcome. Okay.
Let's mute Joe. I mean, like, on
the stream doing the same. Window capture, zombie Cleo. Let's try turning that on.
I mean, no one would blame you if you didn't, Joe. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay, so
it's fine.
Shift. Crop filters.
Joe in corner with no. Why do? Oh,
what's up?
Every time I try and move you into the position that I want you to be in, which sounds weird now that I said that, it auto resizes the blooming window because I bring it over to an edge.
Oh.
So, yeah. It's fine. We're fine. Yes, it's still emote only. I could change that, but I won't. So...
Oh, that's smart. Maybe I should do that.
What, just emote only for the next
emote only for the next however long we're going. Yeah, that sounds fantastic.
Sometimes, Joe, sometimes it's needed.
Yeah.
And I appreciate it for being there.
Okay.
I could turn it off, but that would require getting my keyboard.
Oh no, not a keyboard. Those are the worst things to use while operating a computer. We need to get you a wireless trackpad. Okay.
My other half got a trackball mouse the other day, and I'm just like, didn't those go out of style in like the 90s?
Well, Cleo, I'm glad to hear that you're only interested in dating people who are stylish.
Do you have a trackball? Is that what you're telling me, Joe?
No.
No. Just wish you were. Wish you were that cool, Joe.
Sure. We're gonna get some stuff done today, let me tell you, people.
We are probably not going to get a huge amount of stuff done today.
Okay, so...
We are just here and existing right now.
Yeah, so last week for my art/crafts, I tried to draw the layout of the game Fathom from memory, and then I drew it from the...
And that went bad, didn't we?
Reference photos. I was close. I generally knew where stuff went, but it's pretty clear that doing it from reference photos is a lot more accurate.
Yeah, no, that helps. That helps, yeah.
Also, the from memory was like, I gave myself like 5 minutes, and the from reference was like 2 hours. So,
I mean, that's good. You got up 8:30 a.m. for me. Don't do that. Sleep. I promise you, I will be here later. It's fine.
Yeah.
I think Joe and I can probably attest to getting sleep is way more important.
Well, I mean, I'm not great at getting sleep, so I mean, that's one of those.
But you would agree that it is way more important than coming to this stream, aside from the fact that you run this stream.
That's why the opening theme song of my streams is "Lay Your Head Down and Dream." I'm telling anybody who needs to go to bed on or at least for the nighttime streams, I'm telling anybody who needs to go to bed to go to bed.
Yeah, no, that seems viable.
I'm still streaming anyway, but they can go to sleep. They have that option.
You have the option. I mean, you could, like, if you kept stream, if you watched the stream and went to sleep whilst the stream was on, we wouldn't hold that against you either.
No.
Oh, thank you, Nerd Jesus and Shelf, both resubscribing for 17 months. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Taking a stress burnout sick day from work, so I get to join the stream earlier instead of waiting until after my morning meetings. Well, Pip, you are very welcome. I'm not sure if we're more or less stressful, but it's fine.
Yeah.
You took the day off for your birthday and you decided to spend it with us. Well, welcome. You can craft as much as your heart content.
Feliz cumpleaños
Words.
a ti. Feliz cumpleaños a ti. Feliz cumpleaños, Sky9's 44. Feliz cumpleaños a ti. And many more. I usually say en muchos más, but 4 and more rhymed, and I just couldn't let it go, Cleo.
You know what? You are allowed to not let things go right now, Joe.
It's
you're allowed
fine.
to get. You're allowed your little nerdy like joy wherever you can take it right now. Okay. So yes, I am doing October's theme because I am that far ahead. Espanol, oui. See what you did there, Waffle. Appreciated. Yeah, so I need to finish off the habit tracker if I can remember what these two things are. One of them is cleaning and one of them is streaming. Thank you, Push, for the biddies. Move for the hype train. Oh, hype train!
I don't know where my whistle is. I'm unprepared for the hype train. Hold on, there it is.
That's okay. That's okay.
Give me a second. I'll be back.
Okay, I'm giving like all the seconds. J Star resubscribed for 16 months. Sleep schedule almost back to normal. You're here on time. That's what we like to hear. We do like a slightly distorted train whistle.
Yeah, I know, right?
Because it's the best kind of train whistle. Because usually it means it's coming at you really fast.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, get that Doppler, that good Dop.
The good Dop. What's the bad Dop, Joe? I want to know.
You know, there's actually not much bad Dop. A little Dop will do you.
Thank you, Landos King. Cheer for 200 biddies. Proud Looney for the biddies. Geekinmon gifting a sub. Thank you very much indeed. I appreciate you.
Okay.
But if whistling works for dogs, shouldn't barking work for whistle? Oh, I see what you're saying there.
I don't know what that means, but whistle while you.
It was a joke about finding your whistle.
Okay.
It's okay.
It's okay.
It's okay. This is what you get today, guys. Just like stupid in jokes.
We showed up. Okay.
We are here. We showed up. Thank you, Push, for gifting 5 subs. It's appreciated. Yeah. And thank everyone for yesterday, because that was really appreciated too. And McLesley has cheered. Biddies, thank you very much indeed. This is why you're here. What, for us having a little nervous breakdown? Yeah, okay, fair enough.
I mean, I'm not nervous. This is a confident breakdown. Like, I am walking into this with both feet forward, which is also a lot like limboing.
Wide open.
Just try to stay under the bar. If you need me, I'll be under the bar, Cleo.
You know what? I will join you under the bar at some point today, Joe. I am entirely sure.
Fantastic. So. Okay. So, yeah.
Don't do that when I'm just drinking coffee. What? Have a confident breakdown. You know, like.
Yeah.
It's fine. We're fine.
I forgot to measure the thing I was going to measure. So that's...
I'll never get tired of isocation. One of my favourite hermit stories.
Yeah, I don't think any of us will. It's
like we don't often have like stories from meetings, aside from like B-dubs and the PowerPoint, that we can share. Jesus Christ.
7.5 and 15.5. Why would I do it that way?
Thank you, Arena, Marsalam, J-Star, Bakura, and Magnum Indy for the biddies. I do appreciate you. Go give Joe some love as well, because, you know, we are in the same boat right now.
Oh, thank you. Yes, I appreciate it.
Thank you very much, guys. You are being wonderful. I'm glad it helps you, McLesley. I don't want to talk about it right now, because, yeah. It's not good. So,
okay, So Cleo, I actually did something this weekend that was worth talking about, but I haven't had the
Oh,
chance to bring it up yet.
proud of you.
I know, right?
Hmm.
Would you like? You seem like you're looking for a change of subjects.
Please, please do.
So, before COVID hit, I had gone down a
This is
few
not good
times.
story start. Okay.
No. Okay, so I'm just trying to give a context of like timing on this, right?
Yeah.
So a few years ago, I went down to the Space and Rocket Center and Marshall Space
Hmm.
Flight Center in Huntsville, Alabama, and did some
Uh
YouTube
huh.
videos there as part of their like social media outreach program. And my daughter had wanted to go, but she's not allowed to go on the social media outreach days because on those days they only let like 13 people in, and they all have to have like background checks and stuff, like to make
Okay.
because
Yeah.
they actually like let you into like the idea is that there's all these places on the base where they're doing cool stuff that they can't let the general public just walk around, right?
And children aren't known for their security clearance.
No, children have a hard time passing a background check. So anyway, I had gone down there a few times to do these YouTube videos, and my daughter was disappointed she couldn't go. And I said, "Okay, well, we'll go soon, but we're gonna have to go to the public facing side of things, right?"
Hmm.
And the when COVID hit, it's everything kind of shut down there, in terms of public facing anything, So finally, last well, technically you could do it as a day trip from Nashville. It's a 2-hour drive each direction, but we went down Friday
Right.
night and came back Saturday night, and I
Aw.
actually got to go to the Space and Rocket Center. So I've got a new NASA mug I picked up while I was there, which I'm realizing I can't hold up on that camera very clearly. So I'll hold it up on this one, and it's got the little NASA
Hmm.
logo, and it's got a
I'm just
rocket that looks like it's taking off when you sip. If you see in the lip there, as you sip it, it looks like the rocket is taking off. It's kind of neat.
when it comes up on my screen, I'm sure I
Okay.
will definitely see it. It's fine.
Hmm.
There it comes.
But yeah, and it was good. We did
That's cute.
yeah, they've got like an
That's very
actual
cute.
Saturn V in a building, like hanging from the
Hmm.
ceiling. That they had to
Yeah.
build the building around it because it's so
Oh,
big.
geez.
Well, because the
Yeah.
Saturn V is
No.
330 feet long. So, but like so
What's
they
that in real people measurement?
uh let's say that 3 feet's a meter, so 110 meters.
Okay. Cool. That makes more sense to me.
Yeah. Um so yeah, so they've got so the main exhibition hall of the museum is this incredibly long building with the Saturn V in the center of it, and you can walk underneath it and check it out and stuff. And then on either wall on the sides, they've got like all these other artifacts, and like they've got an one of the Apollo command modules that successfully returned to Earth, and
Nice.
you can see like how scorched it is from reentry and stuff, and
Hmm.
it's so that was really good. And they had a small exhibit on the great observatories, which is like their space telescope series with like Chandra, X-ray, oh my god, Chandra, Spitzer, a bunch of others. Well,
Yeah.
there's
No.
four in total, but like anyway, and then like some stuff on James Webb and some of the newer telescopes they're working on. So I
Hmm.
got some interesting like photographs of models and stuff that I can use for my pinball machine design. But the thing is, because everything's been so hectic this week, I didn't like pull up the best photos and move them to the computer for reference. So today we're doing more just pinball drawing, but next week I'm hoping to draw from the some of the reference photos I took at the Space and Rocket Center. Um,
That's cool.
yeah. So
That sounds like a really good day trip.
yeah, it
I'm
was good.
glad you were able to do that.
Yeah, like everything else about the trip that we tried to do except go to the Space and Rocket Center went wrong somehow. Like
Oh.
yeah, like it's one of those things where it's like, okay, so we were supposed to go to a pinball tournament on Friday night so Corinne could be in
Hmm.
her first pinball tournament, and it was canceled at the last minute. And it's
Oh
like, okay,
no.
well, at least we can go swimming at the hotel pool. And she's like, oh no, I forgot to pack my bathing suit. So we had to like find a place that sold bathing suits at the end of the summer, which, you know, means like it's whatever's on the
Yeah.
clearance rack. Good luck finding something that's the right size and, you know, doesn't look terrible. So, you know, it's just like one thing after
Hey, but if
another
you
with
want to
stuff like
swim,
that.
those are the prices you pay.
Exactly. But the Space and Rocket Center part went well, at least. So
And that is the main part, because that's why you went in the first place.
that was the main part. I will admit the pinball tournament part is is the big incentive to stay overnight. Why we would get in there on Friday. So I was kind of like, you know, I could have woken up early tomorrow and drove 2 hours down here. It's like grumble. But it's fine.
Just being a dad.
Yeah. Marcella, thanks for tipping 5. I'm gonna go ahead and rotate the camera 5 degrees. We're doing angular rotation cam tipping today. So here we go. Do.
Thank you to Hypothermic Haddock for the 11 months. Lost Cult Game for the 3 months resub. Lost Cult Game for the biddies. Greegypt. That's a great name. It's a great name. I like it. For the 250 biddies. Mini Cheese Mouse for the biddies. Might not make the stream next week. We'll be on your way to get married next week.
Wait,
congratulations.
Who's on their way to get married?
Mini Cheese Mouse.
Oh, congrats.
Aww. We'll try and remember to think of you. And try not to make the stream that day. It feels like a stretch somehow. And Echo is doing their bullet journal while recovering from a stomach bug you caught from the babies at the nursery. Yeah, no, that's why I don't like hanging out in the nurseries at schools. Because you get sick a lot.
Yeah.
What am I making? This is my bullet journal. This is how I organize myself in a month. I am several months ahead already. It's kind of part art project, part organization tool. And the reason why I'm still doing it is because of this weekly stream. Like pretty much solidly. So, yeah. And also because I plan my videos in it. So it's cool. And I have amazing handwriting. That's not my handwriting.
What is it? Is it someone else's hand? Oh no, it's gonna grab you.
It's the fake calligraphy stuff that I do that I have to really think about. My real handwriting is terrible. I say it's terrible. It's not good. So for example,
this tangent to that.
That's my general scrawl. You know, it's not. Joe's is also terrible.
Well, there's a difference between handwriting and lettering. Okay?
Yeah.
Like, when I'm actually trying to letter something, I'm looking at it from a more painterly perspective, where you're thinking about each stroke and stuff. If I'm just trying to encode knowledge onto a sheet of paper for reference, I'm taking very little care. Same.
So long as I can read my handwriting, it's fine. And obviously when I'm like marking books and stuff, it's better than that.
Yeah.
But that's just like, I'm in a rush. I need to write stuff down like in a hurry. Well, for a long time, I didn't write I didn't write joined up. I used to write, honestly, writing printed was much easier to read. I used to write tiny, tiny letters. So, yeah, no, it's changed over a while. Because I used to write stories in like this tiny, tiny written font. Because I think I wanted to make it look like a typewriter somehow when I was younger.
Ah, that's interesting.
And then I had to learn how to do joined up when I started teaching because, you know, that's the expectation and you have to model good handwriting, which I did not.
Oh, no.
I know. I said.
Okay.
No big handwriting for Cleo.
So I feel like this has a stop here.
Left-handed, my teacher tried to force. Oh!
It's like...
What? Even when I was a kid, I didn't think they still did that. Make you write with your right hand. Was this teacher just evil? Badger. Is that what you're telling me?
Hey, morning, Badger.
You were taught by evil teachers. Also, good morning, Badger.
Okay, this is too far over. I'm not timing this because I don't feel like it. But
you don't have to time anything, Joe.
Well,
she hated me, so yes.
I do feel like if I don't like have some sort of time limit on myself, I won't actually finish this in a reasonable amount of time. If that makes any sense, like.
No, I get it.
This is supposed to be the first half of it, the quick opening part of an exercise, and I'm worried that I'll be doing this just nonstop.
If it's making you feel good to do, Joe, do it.
Thanks, Cleo.
It's fine.
Okay.
I knew someone whose parents would make him write with his right hand, even though he's either left-handed or ambidextrous. I think it was a cultural thing. It's that whole left-handed is sinister and evil.
It literally is sinister, Cleo.
I know. That was kind of the joke. But sure, Joe.
Okay, sorry.
It's fine, Joe. Considering half my geology career was doing sinistral and dextral faults and stuff, it was like, it's fine. I can't remember what those pertain to now, but I do remember them in my brain. Probably somewhere. Lefties are just better. I don't think that's true either. I just think it's the less dominant hand. Mum's teacher tied her arm to a chair to get her right with her right hand. Dear God.
Okay, hey, we got another tip rolling in. Thank you very much to Jessica for the 5. We're going to go ahead and rotate that another 5 degrees there. I don't know if you can hear the birds out the window, Cleo, but it's actually nice enough to open the window today.
I can't hear the birds.
That's okay. It looks like it's not hitting the threshold for Discord to
No, but I wish I could. Thank you, Jay Harvey, for cheering 2,000 bitties. Thank you very much for your message as well. 7, 8, 9, 10, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17,
a thing here. There's a flipper up here.
It should be 10.
Somewhere.
10. 1.
Okay, so I know where the jacks and the aces are. I think the kings are up here. Is that the 10?
It's a crazy thunderstorm. We've had no rain where I live right now. It's like virtually like we had like spots of rain, but considering we were promised thunderstorms, we've had nothing. And I'm so upset. It's how subtly casually biased against you. Oh, you're talking about left-handed tools and stuff. Yeah, no, I get that. It sucks, and it's a thing that should not exist. The discrimination-y type stuff.
Okay, this is definitely wrong. This one is actually somehow worse than my Fathom layout.
This one's like absolutely wrong.
Like
100%.
The Fathom one was generally like I had the ideas, but like with this one, I'm not even able to properly visualize where the targets are, which is funny because I've played this one way more often than Fathom. I just haven't played it lately.
Right.
Chloe the Great and Powerful says, "Please do an impression of the birds so that we can enjoy." They're like rah, 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 rah. There you go. That gets us to 13 degrees angular.
See, we like every time like my other half hears the birds out my window and he's just like, "Are those birds?" And I'm like, yeah. He's like, they don't sound like birds. And it's like,
well, because they're British. They have an accent.
Well, it was a case of they sound like birds on computer games, and I'm like, okay. So what we're saying? Well, he says that computer games use British birds because the birds around him sound like they squawk rather than tweet.
Mm-hmm.
So he just kind of throws him off every time. He goes, "Is that the fake bird noise? No, those are actual birds." Huh. So yeah. Says, "Can't believe birds are a conspiracy." No, he just said he's never heard birds that sound like the birds in video games until talking to me. So yeah, they're just doing it to throw him off. That's about right. All English birds are cockneys. I believe that as well. All birds are good birds.
Fancying multiple.
Yeah. Bald eagles don't screech, they peep like ospreys. When you hear a screech dubbed in, that's a hawk sound, not an eagle. We have a lot of red kites where I live. And I've never really heard them make much of any sound, to be honest.
Yeah.
It's probably just large city birds versus towny small birds with nicer sounds. I don't know. I'm not making any reference to where I live because that seems like a mistake.
Yeah.
You almost had me there. Almost. Overlord, you ball cheered biddies. This should be a day a week to spread left-handed acceptance. I don't think it's unaccepted. Like, as a rule. Unless it's, like, by people who are just weird these days. Born and raised in the US, and I don't believe I've ever seen a bald eagle. I mean, is it a thing that you normally see just sort of chilling around?
No,
like just
they don't.
A bunch of bald eagles?
No, they're not like just palling around everywhere.
Yeah, I thought they were like endangered and stuff.
Yeah. So this is the thing that I was trying to do, or trying to work on.
Thanks, Echo. I think bald eagles sound like monkeys. I've never heard a bald eagle sound. Originally, the US bird was going to be a turkey. Really?
Yeah. Was Ben Franklin's proposal. He's very aggressive.
That's one way of putting it.
Because it's one of those things, or maybe not aggressive, but he's got endurance on stuff like that. It'd be one of those things where they'd be having a meeting and they'd be like, "Does anybody else have anything?" And he'd be like, "Well, I want to come back to this turkey thing. I know some people wanted to postpone it, but I think it warrants. I've got 8 more turkey facts about why they're great." And he would just do that sort of thing over and over until eventually somebody's like, "What about the eagle? We could just all say it's the eagle right now and not have to listen to another freaking turkey fact."
He had tenacity, is what you're saying.
Mm-hmm.
To be fair, I feel like that's the sort of thing you would do just because it would amuse you.
Oh, absolutely. Like, you're not wrong.
I know.
Thank you, Sergeant Pickles, for tipping 2, who says, in the Pacific Northwest, eagles are common. Hello, Joe and Cleo. Thank you very much. We're going to rotate me another 2 degrees angular here. Do.
I mean, to be fair, but like the symbol for England is a lion, and you know.
Well, most of your lions went extinct, didn't they?
Yeah, well known for British lion extinction. Yeah, we did that to ourselves, I'm afraid. There was one cat on an island that just killed out the entire English lion population. Which is a true story about extinctions of a bird species. So, on an island, there was one kind of bird species and somebody let out a house cat. And those birds no longer exist because of one house cat.
Okay. So. Boy.
What are you up to, Joe?
I'm looking at the actual reference image here and like, yeah, I was totally off. I was like, I had the wrong number of bumpers. I couldn't remember where the jacks and queen banks went. The king bank I had kind of correct, but at the wrong angle.
So what you're telling me is your memory is not the best.
No.
However, you did a thing.
Oh, it's okay. I think I got some of this kind of right. So that's good.
Scotland has a unicorn as our national animal. But yeah, but those exist, and I've seen those. So you know, yeah. It's not like the English lion anymore. At one point, I swear we're going to have like somebody who's just like, oh, I did not know that. I did not know that. Interesting. And you're like, oh.
Where does the name Scotland Yard come from? Was it already called Scotland Yard before they built the police station there? Like that was just they're like, this is the yard where we signed a treaty with Scotland, or something.
I'm throwing that open to the chat.
Oh, is that too much? Is that
I can't.
I figured
the answer is I don't know, and I
figured that'd be the sort of thing everybody over there knows, and I'd look incredibly ignorant for asking.
No. I like the fact that you're throwing options open so that you look incredibly ignorant, Joe. I appreciate that.
Well, the big thing was that I had it in my head that I wanted to practice accents by being like, park the car in Scotland Yard, but like, that's not helpful. Hey, Tim, thank you for tipping 10.
Scotland Yard was named that first. It's where Scotland sent its haggis to the Queen. I don't know if people are making these up.
Yeah.
It's the grounds of the castle that housed Scottish royalty. What, before we executed them? Because that seems likely.
Gotcha. But yeah, TM attributes being alive right now to TFC. So yeah, that's
nice.
Yeah, we can't know when we share things with people the impact that we will have, and
no.
I'm sure that TFC will be remembered by a lot of people for as many different reasons as there are different people. So yeah. But yeah, we're not really here today to talk too much about that. Cleo and I kind of put out videos yesterday, kind of with some individual stuff, and then the group won't have the chance to get together to talk for another day or two, so we don't want to get ahead of them.
And even then, we're not great at making choices about big things.
I get in trouble a lot for speaking
for making choices
that impact the group without consulting the group, and so I really don't want to do or say anything until the group has a chance to talk.
I was going to say we did talk the other day.
We had a
but I had my mic off for most of it because I couldn't talk during that at all. So
and we only had a little over a third of the people were able to scramble for a surprise meeting.
Yeah.
So we're gonna come back to it, but it's at the same time like we can't just isolate ourselves indefinitely while we sort this stuff out, you know?
Yeah.
Like,
and
so
it's like, we appreciate everybody saying take the time you need, but this is our job as well.
Yeah,
So
like we seriously can't afford to not go to work indefinitely. uh like, especially because like I already took Friday night off, and
yeah,
and then I pay,
I
you know, and like paid
same.
for a hotel to stay in Huntsville for that, and so I'm just like, oh boy, not looking forward to taking a bunch of extra days off. uh but thank you, Leslie, for tipping 7. That's gonna rotate us now to 32 degrees angular. But yeah, so we're here today to just kind of spend some time being around people, but yeah, we're not here to address that in particular.
Well, yeah, we appreciate your memories, but also, like, it's really hard to have to deal with that coming up on a live stream.
Yeah. Tim Hum says, I apologize for bringing it up, but I felt like I had to say something and commemorate him somehow. Please don't apologize. Yeah, or thank you for apologizing, but you don't. You didn't speak out of turn. I just felt like at some point Cleo and I were going to have to talk about this briefly during the stream, even though it's just to say that we're not really prepared to speak publicly beyond what we've already said. We don't have anything new to add that will cause less damage than it helps. Like,
and we're known for causing damage, so it's probably best that we don't.
Yeah, like I'm gonna play to my I know what gets me in trouble, and this sort of thing is not where I need to be getting in trouble. I don't.
No, we're talking damage. Joe's quite good at it. Never manages to annoy me, surprisingly enough. But, you know, Joe has skills. This is all I'm saying.
Well, I think on some level, you appreciate that I'm genuinely trying to not screw things up somehow, but I'm doing it anyway. Whereas some other people are just like, what is this idiot doing? Like,
you're not wrong. It's because you have the same brain. We really don't.
No.
We really don't. But I can see why people would think that we are have similar thought patterns, but no.
Well, and also though, I do understand why, like, people who constantly are inundated with, like, up-and-coming wannabe YouTubers trying to, like, stunt or whatever, like, let me springboard off this other person's success. Like, I could see why they might be predisposed to assume somebody doing something stupid in their general area is some way, you know,
oh yeah,
like,
no, I get
motivated
that.
poorly. I understand that, but, like, you know.
No, Joe is genuine. I think I've known Joe for long enough that I understand that Joe is just trying to do the best he can.
Yeah, like.
Super cute stickers. I know. We all like a good, like, death sticker.
So, yeah, Eloquent or Not says, it was funny when you said the exact opposite of what Pearl wanted for her demolition advert. Apparently what really pissed her off or surprised her about that was that apparently she had just tried to record the same thing with Asuma, and he made the exact same joke as me, and she made him re-record it or something. She's like, no, we're not doing that. And so then when I did it, and this was during her stream, she was just like, you know what, fine, we'll just do it that way this time. It's like, so it wasn't that I'm uniquely terrible. It's that she was already worn down. It was just like, okay. We'll use at least one of these, but we can't use both of them.
I like the fact that it was Azuma that she made re-record stuff and not you.
Vampire Pid says the Asuma clip did end up in her video then. Well, no, but I thought, okay, I got the impression that the Asuma clip was him going along with it, not him making the same joke I did. Both of us messing it up got into the episode. Okay, that's great.
I mean, when two people are doing it, you kind of just like, fine.
It's like, just that's where the joke is. Like,
Joe's take was funny. X's was playfully annoying.
Yeah.
That sounds about right. From what I know of the pair of them, she was so frustrated with.
So what she really needed was the third person to do the same thing. Like, at that point, you just need to just have her completely just like drop the mic. Like, when the third person does it, she's just like, you know what, I'm going home. It just, the video ends. Like, no outro. Like, I'm done. You know what, I tried. Hey, Helena Jenkins, thank you for tipping 10, who says, realized the other day I started watching Hermitcraft Season 1, Episode 4. I loved your art forest, replacing every block at one height with glass, and Cleo's desert temple. I still use her stained glass banners.
Oh, I'd forgotten about those.
Yeah.
I should use those again. But now we have real banners, so it looks like I'm cheating. What's the funniest thing Joe's got in trouble for? It's never funny. It's always Joe going, oh, I screwed up. I screwed up so badly.
The other people are like legitimately deeply upset, and like that's what makes it not funny. Because like I'm just like, oh, because I would just do something random on a live stream or whatever, and they'd be like, I can't believe that he would show my build when it wasn't finished, and like, this is, you know, and he modified it somehow in a way that isn't funny, and it's like, I mean, objectively, I thought it was funny, and it didn't look like it wasn't finished.
And I always laugh, which is always the worst option, because I find it funny.
So it's like, yeah, that's one of the reasons that I don't prank people very often, because even when I'm trying to be funny, like, and stuff like that, apparently, like, I'm not good at knowing where the line is, and so, like, I just need to stay away from other people's stuff.
I mean, you're always feel free to always prank me, but, you know, I'm pretty sure that doesn't count.
Well, so anyway, you know how Pearl's got her demolition service?
Vaguely, yes.
Well, so you know what the city of Atlantis is most famous for being?
Underwater, yes.
Lost.
Yeah.
How would you feel if you just showed up one day and it was gone?
Well, I would kill you, because I would immediately know that it was you. And then what I would do is I would speak to X, and I would get the backup from my home world into the area.
Yeah, because I was like, Pearl, I'm gonna lose Cleo's city so hard.
It's fine. You do that, and then we'll have discussions about whether Joe needs to be forgiven or not.
Yeah. Ah, boy.
And I'm always for forgiving Joe because it's funny. You wouldn't want anything to happen to a certain pinball machine, would you?
Oh, no. I mean, like, realistically, though, like, as long as it's, like, part of, like, the ongoing emergent narrative of the server, like, I mean, if
you're good.
Like, you know, it's one of those things, like, if you just blew it up off camera, I'd be annoyed. But, like, if Etho's like, I built this insane TNT cannon that should go twice as far as usual, and it doesn't go twice as far as usual. It goes 20 times as far as usual, and he just destroyed my back box and was, like, horrified on camera. I would be okay with that. Because, like, that's part of what living in a community is. And I accept that if I didn't want something like that to happen, I wouldn't have built it on a multiplayer server, right?
Right.
Like, if he, like, you know, it wouldn't be my first choice for where my series goes this season, but, like, it would be acceptable. It would be
thematically appropriate.
It would be one of, like I said, that's why we play multiplayer. You never know. You never know what that Etho guy's gonna do. Quill says this scenario is incredibly specific. Well, Etho lives closest to me and does the craziest stuff with explosives. Like, if I lived next to Doc, I would have said Doc, but...
I mean, like, I don't... Has Etho moved? I haven't caught up with his latest stuff.
Yeah. That's actually why I've been working on the backside of the pinball machine so much, because it's now visible from his... it's in his flight path when he goes to the shopping district from his new base.
You want it to look pretty? That's fine. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's fine. Big Mamas, Chibiddies, thank you very much, and for the hug, it's appreciated. No, I can see that. I mean, I didn't realise quite how close my base was to everyone. So,
well, you were. I told you that you were worried. You're like, I'm going to be so far out, and I'm like, no, Cleo, look, here's the shopping district. You're fine.
Yeah, like, but it wasn't until the shopping district. Yeah, but that was before the shopping district was in, and there were people in it, and it was just like, no, they're going to be so far away, and they're not, and it's like, ooh, I do need to put a sign up for my portal though, because that's kind of. But Joe's both a considerate and crazy neighbour. This is true. He's in the jungle. It was in the jungle. Is that the jungle between us or the jungle?
No, the jungle south of me.
Oh, when my mind's okay.
Oh, really? Wait, why did you build your mine south of me? Did you want them to be in the new terrain or something?
No, it was just where I started mining on that first day.
Ah.
And I go out there every so often just to continue my strip mine.
Nice.
So, it was a case of this is far enough out that no one else is going to have touched this stuff.
Yeah, that's where Etho lives now.
Okay, Etho's got no diamonds underneath his base, so oops.
Oops, all tunnels.
Juniper Willows has resubscribed for 40 months. Didn't Joe already rotate his... Thank you for that, Juniper Willows.
I hadn't started building the machine before I had to rotate it, though. Because, yeah, originally the back box, like the part that's facing Etho's base, would have been facing the shopping district. And Scar convinced me to rotate it, which I really didn't want to do because I had just measured it all out. And I was like, I know where it goes. I've got a clear vision of it in my head, and now I have to not. Whiny noises.
Whining, no. I've got to do the backside of that castle piece that I've done.
Oh, Cleo, did you like how I didn't show your your yellow stairs in the
Such troll. Such troll.
You never want to show the coolest thing in the video in the thumbnail. So
for those of you who aren't aware, what Joe did was when he was helping me, he took a picture of my base and then blacked out the base part of my base and titled it Helping Cleo. And it's such a troll because he was helping me do the portal.
Well, but no, I didn't want to reveal your yellow stairs before, the video. Like, I wanted the first time I saw them to be the first time the viewers saw them.
Yeah. Fair.
Cleo robbed Etho before it was cool.
It wasn't on purpose. But it is still funny.
Yeah.
Still funny.
Cleo can invite Etho to mine under her base.
Yeah, it's entirely covered with water. Feel free, mate. You do you.
Yeah. Okay.
I think Etho couldn't afford to be robbed. Perhaps a little mugging for fun. If Etho was online when I was online more than once in ever, I would happily rob Etho.
Yeah.
I would mug Etho. It's fine.
He's usually online like around when I am in the evening my time. So
yeah.
Yeah.
So evening your time, which is when I'm asleep. So
Yeah.
I'm not undermining people. There wasn't people. Like, to be fair, the only person when I went mining there who was anywhere in the area was Joe. And Joe doesn't count.
No, I've got an abacus for that.
Yeah, you see? Facts. Etho chose to live above Baron. Look, all I'm saying is that if you can't find any diamonds, we keep it quiet, okay?
We keep it quiet. That's what we're famously best at, is keeping things quiet here. Wait, what happened to my stream?
Actually, that's a good question. What did happen to your stream?
Oh, it looks like I clicked something by accident when I was trying to close a Photoshop modal. Thank you. Fixed it. People are like, why are we in the void?
I mean, Joe...
Duskadair,
just...
I was assuming the blank screen was an artistic choice. I mean, you know what? It wasn't that time, but now it is. Ooh, spooky. Ooh.
The only thing Etho wants diamonds for is shopping. Etho cannot bind diamonds. I think we agreed that, didn't we? You can only get them from the what's it doodah now? The king.
Wait,
hey,
is there
Alice
a rule
has
against mining?
resubscribed. I thought there was.
I don't
I thought
think
we
so.
discussed it, but
I
well.
don't think that was ever actually like done.
Codified.
Yeah.
So thank you, Alice, for the resub. It's appreciated.
Well, and I especially don't think that we're likely to see a no branch mining policy go into effect in the next week.
That's true. That's true.
So, I think you're probably.
To be fair, the easiest way to get stuff is via what do you call it?
I don't know.
Is via the King's Board at this point.
Yeah.
So, 7, 8, 9. Could I get 9 little? These don't need to be very big.
Lucy Bunny says, "What happens when Ren runs out of diamonds?"
We revolt.
I was gonna say, Cleo. I wanted to pitch you on this. So some of the people in my Discord have suggested.
Oh no.
They saw how many diamonds Ren and B-dubs were wasting on the castle, and they were like, "Well, it seems like Ren and B-dubs are gonna kind of blow the entire royal vault on decoration if something isn't done, but." It's the quest thing does seem to be genuinely helpful to everyone. So is it funny if people like us, Cleo, find ways to sneak diamonds into the royal vault to basically try to refill it before Ren and B-dubs can waste them all? So we're gonna keep the king solvent because the quests are legitimately a good system, even if B-dubs and Ren aren't the best administrators of it.
Oh, I don't know if I can mine that often.
Oh, I don't know if I can. Okay, yes. Okay. Sorry. That initially sounded like something else.
Oh, okay. Okay, is Joe becoming a shadow treasure?
Yeah, the shadow treasure.
Oh dear. I mean, it's doable, I suppose, but not with the current way the quests are going. I've got to mine for my own buildings, unless I can convince Tango to give me everything he owns, which I don't think I'm going to be able to.
Yeah. I've got... Oh boy. I've got so many... I've got so much more Blackstone I need. Like, it's not even funny, but I'm laughing because I can't stop laughing or I'll cry.
There's a wonderful concentration at the Crassel for mining. Yeah, no. I know.
Oh boy. Oh, we could just steal the diamonds from Doc. I think he'd be legitimately angry.
Yeah, but what he doesn't know won't hurt him.
I mean, like,
we could just.
Here's the thing, is if you empty the chest. Let's say he's got a chest full of stacks of 64 blocks of diamond or whatever, right? He's got chests full of 64 diamond stacks, right? If you empty the chest, it's gonna look like somebody stole all the diamonds. But if you took 63 diamonds off every stack, on first glance, it might not look like all the diamonds are gone, because in fairness, not all the diamonds are gone. But you might be able to buy yourself a week or two there, right?
Yeah, I mean, right, if you scalp off 1 diamond from each stack and it still looks like 60 odd. He's not going to know.
Yeah, I think you take 3 because 61 and 64 look closer to each other than 63 and 64.
Except you want a wide number. So at first glance, it's like, because the 1 is a thin number, so you need 62.
Yeah. So because you want to maximize how much you take from each stack. The zeros are 2 round.
Yeah.
He's probably got these in his ender chest, though, right? Like, right?
I mean, if he's smart, he will have, but we all know that Doc is smart in very specific ways.
I would argue that that's not a Doc-specific phenomenon. I would argue that every hermit is very smart in very specific ways, ...
I mean, that's true. Or only steal from shulkers that will show in the inventory 5 stacks of diamonds plus 22 others, and steal from the other 22.
Yeah, I mean, that's not a bad...
It's not a bad idea.
Somebody suggested take 18 from each, so it says 46 on all of them.
That's possible as well.
That's actually funnier, I think. I think that's funnier, because it's the sort of thing that you look at it and you go, man, I'm not getting enough sleep.
Yeah.
And then then you're like doing the dishes later, and you're like, no, maybe I think those really did say 46. And you come back, you're like, what?
Okay, but here's the thing. It would make Doc incredibly angry, and we would have to deal with that.
He would be legitimately angry. He
would be apoplectic.
He would be furious. But it is... So this is the thing, though. This is the sort of thing, just as an example of, like, when you guys are like, how does Joe get in trouble? This sort of thing is how Joe gets in trouble. Because I'm like, it's funny enough. He'll be glad I did it, because it'll be great for his episode. Wrong. It will not go in his episode, and it will not be funny enough.
No, Doc will be who moved my shulker angry. But I mean, there is a special leeway there. We can convince him to fund things.
I think if we go to him and we pitch him as like a venture capitalist.
Yeah, and then we can put things that he wants done.
Yeah, I think that the getting the diamonds from Doc is not incorrect. I think that is a solid strategy. I think the part that we can't do is stealing the diamonds from Doc.
I mean, we can do it. It would not go well for us.
Oh, yeah. Like, we have the technology.
What we lack is the capacity.
No, we lack the will. I mean, that's really what this comes down to is we don't have the will to follow through on this.
The Great Diamond Heist doesn't imply that it's successful. You lack the idiocy. I wouldn't go that far either. We've both established that we can both be fairly idiotic if we try.
Oh, yeah. He has an elevator. Give him an elevator pitch. That's a good angle. That's a good angle space. I like it.
I mean, we can pitch to Doc. We, you know, we're not stupid, you know. I mean, evidence says otherwise, but...
I mean, we are fairly not incompetent on an as-needed basis, let's say.
If we need to be intelligent, we can be. Yes. The worst he can do is say no.
Exactly.
Right? No.
Well,
that is not the worst.
If we do the elevator pitch, like...
Yeah, the elevator pitch. And if he says no, we can always steal from him then.
Yeah. So, see, that's great, because then we established that we tried to do it right, and that we had no choice. Like... Yeah, no, that sounds like a way better plan.
Well, it sounds like something we'd do.
Yeah, I mean, we do a lot of things.
I don't like your use of the word we there.
What?
I do plenty of smart things. Oh gosh. Thank you for the bits, guys. Bacon Lamb, thank you for the resub for 16 months. Nana Tapanda, cheered biddies, saying a diamond heist. Do it. Wiko says everything's going to go well for everyone. Yeah, I hope it does. Echo says if you take the chest that the diamonds are in, he'll just think it's gone and not stolen. I disagree with that.
I understand how that would work.
I mean, it's a case of
like he'll think it's a glitch type of thing.
Maybe what we do is we just take out a random chest full of diamonds and replace it with like just a generic shulker box, and he's never going to find that.
He'll just assume he moved it.
Yeah, he'll just assume that. Oh, I just didn't fill this one with diamonds.
Oh, because you think he has enough shulker boxes full of diamonds.
He won't notice.
Heist.
I love that everyone has this confidence in us that we can do this.
I mean, let's be honest, though. Like, we have a very high capacity for following through on bad ideas. Like...
That's true.
That is probably one of our defining things.
You just need an inside job. Have him hire Pearl to clean up his chest. Could do. If you can get into trouble, you can get out of trouble. Look, here's the thing. It's only going to cause us problems if Doc finds out.
Yeah. So you better not tell him. You get it?
And if we do it in the right way, Doc may never find out because he's got so many diamonds that he just doesn't need. So we agree that Doc is the worst person to steal from, and that's why we think it will be funny. Not saying it's a terrible idea. Oh, I am. I'm saying it's a terrible idea. But,
You know what we actually should do?
What?
You know, Mumbo's got a vault.
Yes.
We could just steal all the diamonds from Mumbo's vault.
Could we? You and me? You think that's a logical
Together,
thing? That we could...
happily will weather whatever traps he placed.
I mean, to be fair, it's only traps. We can die like millions of times.
I mean, yeah, that's the thing, is we can die more times than... Like, he's not in there replacing the materials for his traps, right? He's gone on his trip, or, you know, filming his documentary or whatever. So he's not logging in every day and resetting the traps.
This is true.
We can just go, go, go. We can live, die, repeat this thing.
Okay, but if it comes to taking the blame, I'm going to blame you.
Yeah, I know.
And they're going to all believe me.
I know. I'm aware. No part of this is surprising to me.
Well, yeah, like, that's why we say it. It's fine. It's fine. You know, there's... This is something that we could actually do, Joe. Oh, crikey. What was that?
Yeah, I know.
Something just happened on Streamloots. Thank you very much. I think that was a Streamloots sub, maybe? Or something. I don't know. It's fine. Thank you very much, whoever did that. Bring a bed, it'll be fine, yeah? Only if Doc isn't watching now somehow.
I mean...
I think Mumbo gratuitously overstated his diamonds in his vault.
I don't see why people think Mumbo is a liar. Like...
No.
I don't think Mumbo has ever misled me in any way.
No, not even when it was funny.
No.
Although I do see it being a thing for Grian, and he's just going, ha ha ha, you believed me. Oh.
Do you think maybe Grian lied to Mumbo about how many diamonds were in the vault, and Mumbo just believed him? Mumbo genuinely believes he's the richest, but maybe because Grian told him so?
Maybe. I don't know.
Okay.
Thank you, Sachet, for the 8-month resub. I appreciate you. Mumbo specified he was the richest person, meaning not the one with the most diamonds. I mean, what does Mumbo classify as rich?
I mean, I'm... Like, I don't know. I objectively believe that Mumbo is probably the richest person on the server. Like, that wouldn't surprise me at all. So, I don't know.
No, same. I 100% believe that he would be the richest one. And mind you, you did see all those towers.
Mm-hmm. Well, and he's got that church he renovated. Like...
That's true.
You know, once I start flouting my Scottish castle, then there might be some debate up there, you know, but we're not there yet.
Not rich with friends who would never steal from him. No.
He does own a van.
Are we suggesting that Mumbo would kidnap us in a van, or?
No. People are citing that as an example of his wealth.
I don't know if Mumbo is the richest of us all. But probably.
Okay, 407. I mean, he has a vault. You know, that's pretty clear evidence.
true. If we all donate everything to Cleo right now, we can settle the matter once and for all. Like, no offense, guys. There's 400 of you. And whilst I think that 400 people's worth could possibly rival Mumbo's, I know some of you are kids.
Well, I set my stream to mature just in case you started swearing. So,
yeah.
So I don't have that problem. Tips are welcome via paypal.me/Joe Hills.
I guess. I doubt Mumbo's friends would ride in a van more than once, though. They get beat up every time he turns a corner or hits a bump. I don't think Mumbo is... Mumbo doesn't struck me as a careful driver.
I hate driving. I would love to never have to drive.
I quite like driving. Irina has cheered biddies. Thank you very much indeed.
If I move to Scotland, you can be my ride. I'll be like, Cleo.
Oh, absolutely not.
So you don't like driving that much?
I don't like driving out of my way.
Uh-huh. What if I'm only going places that you were going to go anyway? Like, Cleo, when are you going grocery shopping? Can I come with?
I mean, if we lived in the same town and you could come to my door and I didn't have to drop you off at the end.
Okay. Alright, I will factor that in. Siri, show me Scottish castles in the area of Scotland Cleo wants to live in.
I mean, oh, crikey. Clumily, thank you very much for that donation. I do really appreciate that. It's not coming up on my filter, but I do appreciate it. It does help. If there is a message that goes with that, I cannot read it. But if you send it to me in chat, I will read it. That's how this goes. I'll buttle and chauffeur in exchange for a gatehouse of the Scottish mansion. I mean, that seems like a deal.
Oh, man. There was a whole thing in the news the other day about a Chick-fil-A that was allowing volunteers to work there in exchange for entrees. And the Federal Trade Commission smacked that down pretty hard.
That's not legal.
Because you're supposed to pay employees and win money. And allowing them to barter for $15 worth of chicken, sticker price an hour that actually costs you like $4 or $5 is not okay.
No, it's not. Arca, thank you for the 10 gift subs. I do appreciate it. It's fine. Just had a good dentist appointment. I had spare free spending funds now. Oh, I'm glad you had a good dentist appointment. We do appreciate that for you.
Yeah, I'm wondering if this person is a dentist and was like, oh yeah, I drilled so many teeth, I had a lot of fun, and I got paid, I made bank, here you go, my girl Cleo, take this for me. I don't know why the accent's drifting here.
That's exactly what my chat sounds like.
Yeah.
Hey Cleo, it's your boy.
Hey Cleo, it's your boy Denny the dentist.
Unfortunately not a dentist.
I pulled so many teeth. The tooth fairy's here for you tonight. Hey, here's a big old bag of dollar bills. You can convert them to pounds at your nearest banking establishment. Now I'm Yogi Bear, apparently. Establishment. That's how Yogi Bear would say that word.
Hey, boo-boo.
A picnic basket.
Picnic baskets. Yes. Socks. It's HHH. Okay. Read the text.
Hey Max, thank you for the 5. Who writes?
I'll refund it.
I'm gonna do this voice for Max here. who is not a
Oh God,
not a dentist,
please.
but says, "This is my first day back to college, and I was very happy to see you live during an unforeseen hour-long break during between the lectures here. Here's a bit towards overshadowing Mumbo. So thank you very much, Max. We're gonna rotate another 5 degrees here on the spinny cam. The jotation is up to 47 degrees angular. Do.
Arguably, it's not HHH, but it does say not with another hermit. Joe counts.
Oh, yeah. Dev on the Huge says, "Is this Christopher Walken?" No.
I'll tell you what. I will go and get the jelly beans.
Wait, you have jelly beans?
I have. Hang on a second. I'll explain in a sec. Let me get the basket.
Okay.
I think it might be the first time I've shown my setup, so I need to get the paper towels for the gross beans out of there.
Oh, these are like the not good jelly beans. These are.
Oh, I've got several. Although I appear to have run out of sour jelly beans, which is a problem.
Mm-hmm. Also.
Because... Yeah. Okay, I'll just do the hot jelly beans for now then. So, this is the first time my setup and my basket has come out on camera. So, I have sour jelly beans, or I should have sour jelly beans. This apparently has disappeared. But I also have spicy jelly beans, which are hot cinnamon flavour. And I also have gross jelly beans in these little jars. This is everyone's favourite because it's the soap jelly bean.
What?
And I hate...
Why would you make soap jelly beans?
Well, this one is birthday cake or soap. So they have cards that they do. And this is the one that makes me gag.
Yeah. I am not a big fan of that. I do like Pyrex Snapware, though. So, at least, I'm glad we're aligned there.
Yeah, but, you know, I will eat sour jelly beans. Joe does not need to hear me gag.
Yeah.
So, no gross jelly beans, but I'll eat a spicy one instead of a sour one. Oh. I'm not eating a soap bean.
Yay.
Luna, cheered biddies, thank you very much. Arca gifted 10 community gift subs, thank you very much. I may have missed that one. No one considers the required jelly bean basket when they become a content creator. Oh. Hypothermic cat at cheered biddies, thank you very much. You hate the chewing noises. Luna Potter cheered biddies. And we have another hype train. Chill.
Really? Let me see.
Yay! Chill. Yeah, so people buy cards, they play cards. I eat jelly beans. Sometimes I eat gross jelly beans.
Gotcha.
But those are rare, fortunately.
Yeah, I've got good jelly beans, but like since I switched back to drinking non-diet soda, I don't really crave sugar in the same way. I think the diet soda just was like, my body's like, okay, you're getting the caffeine, but you're not getting any sugar. Where's the sugar? So
okay. Yeah, no, that's fair. Another spicy jelly bean.
So where that outline is top of that.
This whole eat bad jelly beans for the others entertainment is because of the big jelly belly lobby. Yep.
So that's lower than that.
It's okay, McLesley, it's fine.
That's okay.
So long as it's just spicy and sour, I'm happy with that one. I can do that.
Okay. So this whole bank, or these 3 banks, are all in a line.
I love the layout on this page. I might steal it for my own bullet journal. I'm quite chuffed with this one, actually. It's obviously the conspiracy theorist chalkboard. which I felt was appropriate for October, and murder weapons. So, Final Circles resubscribed for 5 months. Thank you very much indeed. It's appreciated. Making sure you don't get hungry. I ate Pop-Tarts before I started streaming today.
Oh, I had a burrito, or no, a taco, soft taco.
Fair.
Because that was what the leftovers were in the fridge, and it's better to eat food before it goes bad.
Yeah, that's true. On a level of spicy, how spicy are they really? Like, they are actually quite hot. They're not chili pepper hot, but they are quite hot, and I don't do a huge amount of spice. Emote only, chat. There you go. Off you pop. Throw some hands. Pop-Tarts exist in the UK. How have I never had one yet? I mean, they came over in the 90s, and people were just like, "Oh, I don't like this," because most people didn't put them in the toaster.
Yeah, you gotta toast them.
They just had them cold. You gotta toast them. Luna Potter cheered bitties, thank you very much. Soycalls has resubscribed for 16 months, holding all the hermits in my thoughts. He says thank you. Talus has resubscribed for 14 months. For tier 3, thank you very much indeed. That does make a difference. We appreciate you, Soycalls, for saying that as well. We're trying. We're trying. I do like those emotes, just the throwing of the hands.
Have you seen B-Dubs is doing these silent streams now when he's got like a big project to work on?
No?
Yeah, so he's like, if he's like, I've got like a 4 or 5 hour block where I'm just gonna sit and work on a build.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know, like terraforming for his castle or something like that. He'll just do like a 4 or 5 hour stream, and he'll have the mic off the entire time because he's like listening to podcasts or whatever, and just kind of like a hangout chat thing.
That's nice.
Yeah, it seems like that's the sort of thing. Like, I was kind of considering doing that tonight for my show tonight, just like depending on like how this morning went. This morning seems to be going pretty well, but. Because, like, I honestly, like, I kind of didn't know. I'm like,
I get you.
You know, I was like, how am I doing? It's hard to know how you're doing sometimes until you actually start pushing yourself a little bit, you know?
Yeah. I understand. Trust me, I understand.
But, like, if you don't start pushing yourself, you never find out, so.
I'm still kind of tired, but, you know.
I forced myself to go to bed early last night. It helped that, I forget what no, there was no extenuating circumstance. I just forced myself to go to bed early. I was like, yeah, usually there's an excuse for that. What was it? No, I just actually had this self-control to do. But it did help. A lot of times when I think I'm ready to go to bed early, I'll, like, realize, like, oh no, I've got a bunch of laundry I still have to do. Or stuff. Like, so I had actually taken care of everything, and I was, like, ready to go to bed.
That's cool.
And I'm trying something new, with, like...
Wait, Joe got sleep?
I know, right? This is rested Joe.
Which is, you know, less manic.
Well, that's the thing, is that I have to lean into the manic energy to get through the streams when I'm falling asleep, if that makes any sense.
Oh no, I understand entirely. It's fine. Thank you, Luna Potter, for the biddies, and Kitty the Sissy gifted a sub. Thank you so much.
But yeah, Nightshade Owl says, Joe, is this you planning for your base or practice for designing it? I'm practicing for designing my own base by drawing some famous playfields that I've played a lot in person to try and get a feel of, like, how far apart from... Because, like, part of the exercise is to prove to myself that I don't actually know from memory where things are. So when I'm trying to design this, I'm gonna need to actually measure stuff out, and I can't just freehand it. I'm proving to myself that I'm wrong to try to freehand this, because on some level I'm always too confident, and part of me is just like, if I just start putting pop bumpers in, it'll work out. No, no,
No, it
these
won't.
the from memory being so wildly inaccurate on this and Fathom is demonstration of that. Um, and it's also helping me calibrate the difference between what my gut is on these things and what reality is, so that way I can kind of tell, like, if I'm like, I think this should be about here, but I know from experience I
So
always
take it.
overestimate this, or I always underestimate this.
Yeah.
So it probably should be closer to that, I'm like zeroing it in.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. So here's a question. If let's cover over that because no one needs to see that. If I colour that in,
Oh, sorry to the Discord chat. I had one of the reference images in front of the chat, and I didn't realize, because y'all weren't talking earlier, and then you all started talking after I moved the reference image in front of it, and I forgot to look. So now I'm catching up. Sorry about that.
Oh, I can do Sharpie eyeballs. On black.
Okay. So I'm going to move that reference image so it's not blocking the chat.
Where is my gold pen?
Ledpeo says, do you think designing the layout will be extra difficult in making it an Elytra course? There are certain things that work on a real pinball machine that do not work well on an Elytra course, and I have been trying to work through some of those problems before I commit to anything publicly on how this goes. But ideally,
Valid.
I'm trying to build something that would do both well, and I have not figured that out yet.
That's okay.
But this is a long-term thing. NJ says, I'm back, work stuff. Oh, also, NJ, congrats on raising over $1,000 for the American Heart Association yesterday.
Oh, congrats!
In memory of your parents. NJ was kind enough to invite me to join her for the first hour or so and play some Quake as part of that stream. So that was fun. I like being on other people's streams and not having this. It's a lot more
do
chill.
Your own.
Yeah, it's a lot more chill to just be like, I'm here to play a game, And it's always nice to be able to do that for a good cause too. So thank you, NJ, for organizing that, and congratulations again.
We appreciate you, NJ.
But yeah, so NJ is also my project manager, and one thing I'm trying that's new is I'm trying to write down everything I do during the day that is like a task or an accomplishment of some sort, right? Not because, I want to feel better at the end of the day. I want to be, because like when I get to the end of the day, I'm like, I'm tired. Why am I tired? I can look at this huge list of everything I did. But also because in the long term, some of that stuff I might want to figure out, like, how do I make this somebody else's job? Or how do I delegate this? Or I'm doing this 5 times a week, but maybe there's a way to only do it once a week if I do it on the right day. Stuff like that, right?
Yeah.
And so for accountability purposes, I'm having NJ 3 nights a week take a look at where I'm at with that and send me notes and stuff. And so we just started that last Thursday, and so we've but I'm hoping, like, because I'm realizing that part of the problem is that I'm always juggling, like, I'm not just putting down my work stuff, because the problem is when I was trying to plan my work stuff, I kept being unrealistic about how much time I had for it, or how much uninterrupted time I had for it, because I'm also doing apartment stuff or meal prep or stuff like for helping Corinne with her homework. Like, I need to get like a full audit of everything I have to do. Because when I was only talking to NJ about the work stuff I had to do, I wasn't giving her a full picture, right? And so
Right.
I don't have anything actionable out of this yet, and I probably won't for like a few weeks. But I'm hoping that like as I work through that, you know, that's it'll become clearer like where I can start delegating more things and where I can consolidate stuff. I don't know. So
No, I get it.
I'm optimistic. Like, you know, as stressful as things have been lately, I feel like I am making like active decisions and taking steps to get things, you know, moving on or moving forward.
Which is a valuable goal, to be fair. Because, you know, we all need a little help every now and then. Bullet journal stays organised and a creative outlet. The artist behind it is supposed to keep you motivated to keep being organised and to make you spend time to think about it. Yeah, that's true. We do appreciate a good bullet journal. And a bad one. Honestly, anything to keep me on task is...
The most evil bullet journal ever. Ha ha ha.
I mean, you say that when I'm doing Eyes in the Darkness, so... If I get the title of most evil bullet journal in existence, I'm sold.
Yeah.
Although I'm sure some serial killer somewhere has got me beat.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. But you know, you can't, you know, hold yourself to that standard.
True. However, I might try. I long to be like the organised serial killers. I want to read a serial killer's bullet journal. No, you don't. Promise.
Image size. Okay, so let's measure. Whoops.
Probably be considered a serial killer in one video game or another. Probably true.
Oh, you know what game was re-released lately for a new platform? Is Papers, Please. Did you play the original?
I did. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, I just got it for the first time. I didn't realize, though, that there was, like, how much of a timed element there was. So I was, like, playing it while I was, like, cooking dinner and processing, like, 1 or 2 people a day.
Oh!
Because it was re-released on, like, the iPhone and the iPad. Also Android devices. So I was like, oh, I can play this on my phone while I cook dinner. And I was like, wow, I'm continuously, like, barely not running out of money. Because I'm like, okay, they want me to give cards to engineers? Okay, I guess you kind of have to do that stuff because that's the only way to survive financially in the game. I didn't realize that, like, you got paid more if you did more...
more people, yeah.
Yeah, more process, more people. Yeah, so that was a very interesting experience. And then after I finished that, I realized that on, like, day 16. I was like, wait, am I making more? Because, like, I actually had some time to sit down and play it. And I'm like, I think I made more money. And there's little parentheses with how many people I processed. Oh, and that's divisible by 5. Oh, huh.
Oh.
Yeah. So, yeah, I played through it twice, start to finish. And, yeah, I've really enjoyed it. I'm thinking about streaming it, but, like, I kind of have to figure out where I would fit that in. Like, I don't have a good, I don't have a good variety streaming block anymore. I used, for a while I was doing kind of variety and VR streams on Tuesday and Thursday mornings, but that was that was during the hiatus when I didn't have editing, and that, like, I need that editing time now.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I get it. I get it.
I'm still trying to figure that out, but I would like to do... Because, like, the thing is, it's a 30-day game or 31-day game, I think, to play through the story mode, and it's 6 minutes per day plus. So that's at least a 3-hour playthrough if you're trying to do everything.
If you're trying to do it right,
if you're trying to play, yeah. Nightshade Owl Live says, "Are you still planning to bring back Friday morning streams?" The thing about the Friday morning streams is, from a structural standpoint, those have to be Hermitcraft streams in terms of getting episodes out the door. The reason to bring back the Friday morning stream block is to up my footage recording tempo. Hey, we got a new Patreon patron. Welcome. Just so you know, I send out those invites in batches, usually the next business day. So you're not going to get an automated invite or anything. I've got to do that by hand. But believe me, it's a lot safer. Last thing you need is 800 random bots rolling into your Discord because they used fake credit cards. So you'll thank me later, but I appreciate your patience now. Boy, I can't remember where the ruler tool is. Is it under the eyedropper? Yeah, I think so. Yeah, ruler tool. There it is. Okay, so that is about 9 squares long. So that's 4.5. So, yeah, that works.
See you later, Megs. Wonder if Joe can recite the alliteration part of what?
Deeply Dreaming Dexter, maybe?
Maybe. I got ocular phobia, so this page is actually scary for me. I'm sorry.
Oh, no.
I appreciate your fear, but
I cannot accommodate it.
Yeah. Pretty much. I'm doing things now.
Yeah. Okay, so that actually needs to go to closer to the center of that. So.
See, I don't have a phobia of other people's eyes, but I do have a phobia of people touching eyes.
Oh, like removing contacts is weird.
Can't do that. Yeah. Nope. Can't watch people do that. It's grim.
So what I'm curious about is I haven't gone back and played Fathom or since I did the drawing of it the other day. I'm curious if spending this time like actually really breaking down the layout will help me understand it better when I play it. Like, or if it's going to change like my ability to just feel the game out on the fly.
Might do.
Yeah. I mean,
sounds interesting.
Yeah. And so I'm hopefully going to get a chance to play Joker Poker sometime in the next week. So that's one of the reasons I picked it for this. So, because I still kind of owe my kid a pinball thing. Since
I owe my kid a pinball thing.
Well, since the Huntsville trip, you know, they
I know,
the
but it was just like my brain is just like, that's a statement.
Well, you know, because it's like, you know, these things happen, especially during COVID. You know, sometimes stuff gets canceled last minute, and you know, and she was, you know, fine with it. On the whole, I was more disappointed than she was, I think, because like I said, for me, I was like, well, this is why I booked a hotel so we could come up the night before, but, like, and, yeah, so we even had my sibling Sean there, to help her out at the tournament, since, since she and I would both be competing, and we would probably get placed on different machines. Sean could make sure that she got to the machine she needed to be at and played at the time she was supposed to play and stuff. And so, like, logistically, like, a lot went into making this happen.
Oh, that sucks. Sucks so bad.
It was still good that we all got to enjoy the Space and Rocket Center together, and it was a nice weekend on the whole. But
yeah, it's what you need.
Yeah.
Doing all right, Joe?
Yeah, I'm just stretching a little bit. Sorry.
That's okay. You're allowed.
Rothgar says playfield knowledge is helpful if you can integrate it and hit targets with flipper accuracy. Yeah, I'm still working on my flipper accuracy. Let me tell you, I'm better than I was. Well, no, I mean, I'm just saying, like, having a machine that I'm renting, like, I can practice for hours a week now that I couldn't before.
Fair.
So. Okay, so I think that this flipper rests flush with the rest of this.
Okay, guys. Did not need to read that. Thank you. Bleh. Not a fan.
I don't know. People are talking about TMA, and I have no idea what that is. It's not papers, please. I wouldn't abbreviate it that way. I just got here, but I saw you mention TMA, and I love TMA so much. I don't know if I mentioned TMA.
What is TMA?
That's not the Space and Rocket Center in Huntsville. That's not papers, please. I don't know what that is. Okay. Nope, never mind. That's not me, then. Whoever they're talking to is not me. That's fine. No,
always confuses me when people just have little chats in my chat. And I'm like,
because
what?
I was talking about Total Nuclear Annihilation, the pinball machine, TNA. Yeah, I'm renting TNA right now. Yes. But, okay. You thought I was talking about something else with a different acronym. This feels like it's too low. Feels like it should be more between the bumpers, but...
Probably.
It might be right, actually.
Taco Meat Association, my favorite podcast.
Yeah, that should be longer, maybe. Brad Religion says, I live in fear of taking pinball too seriously and it not being fun as a result, so I never practice, I just play. Well, I mean, at the same time, like, I play Minecraft all the time and it's still fun, so different people have different personalities for stuff like that.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you know yourself better than I do.
Yeah, Minecraft is one of the games where it sort of goes in swings and roundabouts. It's just sort of like... There are times when I really want to do stuff, and there are times when I'm just like, oh, I have to play Minecraft today. I have to get a video out. But at which point I tend to focus more on the editing and stuff. So as long as I'm always doing something that I find interesting, then, you know, I can keep going on Minecraft for like literally years at this point.
Yeah, I mean, if I didn't have to edit, like, the editing is really the only part that, like...
Still confounds
like
me.
Draining. Like, everything else, I feel like I get a lot of energy from. You know? But,
That's fair.
Okay, so this stuff down here. Same player shoots again when lit.
Oh, and you know you wanted an episode for Red Dwarf. I was watching it last night. The episode that I would recommend you start with is Inquisitor.
So you know what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a notes section over here.
Okay.
For actionable stuff that comes out of these streams. So.
Oh,
Red
this is the first.
Dwarf Inquisitor.
Yeah, that's a season 5 episode. Gives you a nice overview of characters without relying on the characters.
Okay, thank you.
So,
because yeah, I hadn't started it because I just, I'll I'll eventually need something else to watch when I'm doing laundry and dishes and
Yeah,
stuff.
well,
So.
I needed something funny to watch, and my other half has never seen it, so I made them watch with me.
Gotcha.
And we started on that one, and he's kind of sorting out now. Roach people. I don't remember roach people. Oh, Sirens. Yeah, don't watch Sirens first.
Okay.
That's another one we watched last night.
But don't watch that one. Got it.
Don't watch that one as your first intro episode.
Yeah, understood.
But yeah. I've been meaning to watch Red Dwarf for ages. Like, arguably, I could do a watch party with you guys on Red Dwarf because it's on Amazon Prime. So.
Yeah, but that's only good for people who also have Amazon Prime, right?
I know.
So I would not attend.
Which is fair. But I'm just saying it's a thing that I was thinking about.
Yeah. Okay.
Backwards is a great one, but I wouldn't recommend it as that one relies on the characters too much to intro you on. And there is some dated humor in some of the episodes, which Inquisitor doesn't have.
Gotcha. That's good.
Okay. Damn, I cancelled Animals of Prime. Then I remember all of Red Dwarf on DVD. See, I haven't watched the 11th and 12th series yet. Mm-hmm. Because, I don't have, like, Sky TV or Dave. So, I would have to buy them, and I can't justify it at the moment.
Yeah.
So it isn't about a planet. No.
Well, a red dwarf is a type of star, so...
Yeah. Well, yeah, that too. I wasn't going for that.
So if it was going to be about something, it would be about a star. But... Mm-hmm.
Red Dwarf is the name of the spaceship. It is. Sci-fi is a very minor part of the comedy. That's true. Did I ever read the novelization? I did. I was always a little bit surprised at how closely it followed the show in certain ways, and then in other ways it was just like, oh, that's not in the show at all.
Mm-hmm. Not at
or
all.
It's just a side episode if it is.
Mm-hmm.
Better Than Life in the novels was so much more horrifying instead of the joke in the series. Yeah. It was a concern.
Okay. How you doing?
Might be done, to be honest.
Okay.
Brain is just going, no. But I have very pretty eyeballs on my page, so
Well,
I'm good.
That counts for something.
Yeah. Sometimes that's all we need.
Yeah.
I just put some paint. How are you doing, Joe?
I'm doing okay. Just, still working on my thing here.
Mm-hmm. They are very pretty eyeballs. I'm quite proud of the eyeballs, to be fair.
Yeah, no, those came out well. Those came out well.
Thank you. Oh, I may have missed people. Oh, I did definitely miss people. Mick Lowe has cheered 500 bitties. We love you, Cleo. Sending lots of love. Thank you very much. We appreciate it. Echo, thank you for the biddies. Rhymers has resubscribed for 8 months. I will try to keep up the good work. And Echo with the moo cow. Thank you very much.
Oh, wait. You know what? I realized I said earlier I was thinking about doing a stream tonight. I don't do streams on Wednesday anymore. So, never mind.
No.
I meant, like, in general for, like, my next nighttime stream. I was thinking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Sorry,
fair.
so don't be looking for that. There will not be a stream tonight.
I will probably be streaming tonight with my friend. So
yeah. Oh boy.
Being with a friend that annoys me, that helps me out a bunch. So
that's why we get along so well.
That is.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you want to wrap up, Cleo?
When you're finished, I'm good for a bit.
I mean, at this point, I still have to do. I'd still just have to do like the slings and the flippers at the bottom, but that's not the particularly interesting element of this playfield. I've done the interesting elements of the playfield. Like, okay. So I feel like this is in a place where I've learned the things I need to learn from it.
Yeah. Thanks for streaming with me today, Joe.
Yep, thank you.
I appreciate you.
I appreciate you as well. Let's go ahead and break off into our own chats.
Yeah.
And tell
I'll speak to you later, hon.
All right, bye, Cleo. Okay, we have disconnected from Cleo's thing over here, and we're going to kill the feed from her window. So thank you all so much for joining us today. I hope you had a good time. Let me make sure we don't have any last-minute tips we need to acknowledge. Feedback request. Yay. I love when I get spam emails right when I'm checking those. I'm like, ooh, something just came. Oh. Yeah, no. I talked to somebody on the phone that works where you work. It was fine. I'm not going to fill out a form. Okay. Yeah, let's see who else is out there in the world of streaming. Okay, well, it looks like our friend Pearlescent Moon is playing Horizon Forbidden West. We're going to go ahead and raid her. Fellow hermit Pearlescent Moon. Once again, please give all the hermits some space and time to process, and just be chill. Just be chill today. Don't rush in there with a bunch of brainstorming ideas for TFC monuments and stuff, because like we're thinking about this stuff and we're working on that stuff on our own time and in private. We're not nothing like that is ready to be discussed publicly. So, alrighty. Until next time, y'all, this is Joe Hills from Nashville, Tennessee. Keep adventuring. Do. Oh, yeah, we gotta stop this.